Viewers all over the world, God bless you. It's a wonderful day, isn't it? It's another day the Lord has allowed you and me to meet again and to speak of His mind and to inquire more about Him. For a couple of days, for a couple of months, the Lord has been telling me, has been teaching me something. And today He has allowed me to speak it with you. He told me it is time for me to say what He has invested into me. So, Son of God, hear the voice of the Lord. Understand it. For Him tonight, He's going to use my tongue. He's going to use King Your Chang. He's going to use me as a vessel of contact to bless your life. Your life is about to be blessed right now because of me. And He is the one that has allowed that. Remember that very well. The Lord is the one that has allowed that. So, as the title says, Reincarnation and Resurrection. So we need, as Christians, we need to understand the concept of reincarnation and resurrection. So wherever you are, I pray for you right now. Let the hand of the Lord stretch before you and let anything of the enemy that is trying to block you from understanding from the Lord, I pray right now, may that spirit wreck in the mighty name of the Lord. So, Father, I allow your spirit to use me to speak to your people. May my flesh not be a hindrance for you to move. May I not be a hindrance for your move to take place, O Lord. I'm just a vessel. I'm just your vessel. And I am here. Use me, King Jesus. Use me, Lord. Amen. So, what is resurrection and what is reincarnation? These are two different things, child of God. Don't confuse them at all. Reincarnation is something else, and resurrection is something else entirely. So, what is resurrection? And what is reincarnation? Today, I'm going to help you understand these spiritual terms and know how you can move as a child of God, how you can move with this, how you can save yourself from these kind of attacks, and how you can take advantage as a child of God on these type of things. So, without wasting our time and without wasting my time, what is resurrection? Child of God, when you hear the word resurrection, what do you understand? What is reincarnation? When you hear the word reincarnation, what pops up in your mind? Like resurrection, reincarnation, what's it? And what do you think it is? The resurrection is simply awakening a sleeping body. That's what resurrection is. Resurrection is something very, very simple. Every child of God should have the power and capacity to do. Resurrection is simply awakening a sleeping body, or you can say a dead body. I do not want to use the word dead because I'm about to explain why I'm using sleeping instead of dead. I'm about to explain that very well. So, what is resurrection? Resurrection is simply awakening a sleeping body. And reincarnation is simply inviting a soul into a new body. So, resurrection is a soul placed in the same body. A soul left detached from the body. The soul and mind detached from the body. So the body slept. That's resurrection. So resurrection is pulling the mind and the soul into the body. And reincarnation is simply pulling the soul and the mind into another body. A new body. A new formulated body. That's the difference. The only difference between resurrection and reincarnation. So, is it possible for a dead body to come back to life? Is it possible for a soul to come back to another body? Is it possible for a dead body to come back to life? And is it possible for another soul to enter into another body? What is the actual, what do we call this? What is the actual connection between the soul, the mind, and the body? What is the purpose of each component of a living creature? What is the body, the soul, the spirit, and the mind? What is the soul and the spirit and the mind do? So what does the body, soul, spirit, and mind, what's their functionality? What's their functionality? You need to understand that very well. How do they move? So, this is the definition now. We're heading somewhere. Ask your neighbor, what does the soul do? Ask him, what does the spirit do? What does the body and mind do? Well, it is known, it is well known that the spirit is what is not of a man's property. The spirit comes from God, the Father. That's what the spirit is, right? So if the spirit comes from the Father, so what we call the spirit is simply a part of God that is given to us men, right? What is the spirit? The spirit is a part of God that is given to us men. So the spirit of a man is a spirit. The spirit of man is a part of God, is a spirit part of God placed in men. Okay? So what is, I hope you've already understood the spirit part. The spirit is a part of God in a man. It's the spirit of God in a man. So what is the body? The body, write down. Not what I'm about to say. Because what I'm saying, trust me, you have never heard this. So take a pen, write it down. Don't be too lazy. Don't be too prideful. Don't act as you know what I'm about to say, because you do not know what I'm about to say. Everything I'm saying it is a reveal. It's a new chapter for you. Okay? So what is the body? The body, now you see this. This is the body. But the body now is the physical, tangible soul. It is the cloth of the soul. Understand what I'm saying very well. The body is the cloth of the soul. Put it this way. Marosh, Vehila Nunchen, Dila Claydenush, Zavila Nungian Claydenush, Dila Mordan. The body is it's a cloth. The body is possessed by the soul. You see what I'm doing right now? The body's purpose is simply to be controlled by the soul. The body's purpose is simply to be controlled by the soul. You can put it this way: the body is a bulb that can be turned on and turned off. It needs electricity to move from the main switch to be allowed to pass. Okay? The electricity is the one that will determine if the bulb will be on or the bulb will be off. So the body is simply waiting for the electricity to pass through it, through the switch, and the switch now to allow the electricity to flow into what? Into the bulb. So that's what the body is. So what's the soul? Now the soul is electricity itself. The soul, it is what makes and controls all functions and reactions of the whole body, which is the bulb. So the soul is the producer of the energy. It gives out power for the body to move. The soul is the producer. It gives out power for the body to move. And the soul is the power source of the mind and the body. The soul is the power source of the mind and the body. I hope you just understood where I'm heading. Because this is just the beginning. I'm heading somewhere. This is the foundation of your understanding what I'm going to say. I hope you're understanding this very well. So, what is the mind now? The mind is the switch. Remember I told you there's electricity, there's the bulb, and there's switch, and there's the part of God. So the part of God is the spirit, the bulb is the body, and the switch is the mind, and the electricity now is the soul. So the mind is the switch which allows electricity to flow from the soul towards the bulb, which is the body. So the mind plays a big role, and the mind plays a big role in conveying the electricity, the energies from the soul to the body. Claroche. So let's imagine this. There is a spirit, there is a soul, there is the mind, then there is the body. So the spirit, the soul, the mind, the body. Let's imagine that, okay? So, maize until a notion till a credence. So, the soul now. The soul shall give out energy. Or let's say it electricity. Let's not call it energy. Let's call it electricity so as you can understand. So the soul will give out electricity, and it will pass through the mind, and it will stretch out wires to allow the electricity to go to the part of the body where the soul wants. Let's put it this way. the soul wants to lift this finger. You see this? And you see this? This is the doing of the soul. So the soul will send information, electricity, shot to the mind. The mind will convey what the soul wants, which is in lifting in this finger, like this. And the mind now will move into, will convey the electricity, the energy sent from the soul towards the wires, which are the veins, in raising this. I hope you're catching up with what I'm saying, because I'm moving really fast. I hope you're catching up with what I'm saying. So let's go back. Let's go back to our question. What is the actual connection between the soul, the mind, and the body? What's the actual connection between the soul, the mind, and the body? Every creature created under the sun has the soul, has the spirit, mind, and the body. So, for a man to be a man, what he needs is a soul. That is, everyone knows that. A man is the only creation of God that has a soul. Right? Understood. So out of all creations of God, the soul is the only thing that differentiates a man and other creations of God. The soul is simply a living being. The soul is life. The mind is the energy of life. And the body is the vessel. Let me repeat this again. The soul is a living being. And the soul is the life. And the mind is the energy of life. And the body is the vessel. So, can a body live without a soul? Yes, it can. A body will move perfectly without a soul. And how am I sure? Because the body needs the mind to work. As long as the energy of life is still present, the body will move. Remember what I said earlier, the soul is the life, the mind is the energy of the life, and the body is just a vessel. So the body will receive the energy of life for it to move. I hope you're catching up with what I'm saying, okay? So the soul is the life, but the mind is the energy of life. So can a body live without the mind? Yes, it can. That is already answers. So the reason why people die. So what's the reason why people die? The reason why people die is simply because of two things. What we call death is caused of two things. Listen to me. Hear me very well. Death is caused of two things only. What we call death is caused of two things. Number one, it is either the body is damaged, and an extent the soul and mind has no place to stay. There's only two reasons for a man to die. And the first one is if the body is damaged completely, is damaged to an extent the soul and mind has no place to stay, has no body to possess, has nothing to control. That's when we die. The soul of a person and the mind. And the second one is when the soul of a person and the mind of that person has left the body on its own. So there's only two ways for a person to die. Two. First way is for a person person's body to be damaged to an extent there is no possibility, there's no place, there's nothing for the soul and mind to control any longer. That's the first way for a person to die. And the second way for a person to die is when the soul and mind has left on its own. Alright? So let me explain why I said the body can live without a soul. The soul is linked with the mind, and because the soul is the life and the mind is the energy of that comes from what? From the life. So as long as the soul is still alive and the body is not damaged, the mind will keep on doing its job, waking up, going, eating, moving from one place to another, talking to people, interacting with social. The body will receive information from the mind as it's supposed to do. So, what is death? What is death? Death is the getting out of control of the body. Death is a state where the body has no soul and mind in it anymore. The body has no controller anymore. That's what death is. Is it possible for a dead body to come back to life? Yes, it's very possible. For a body to come back to life, it is very possible. Why am I saying it's very possible? Because a dead body can come back to life, but in case we shouldn't call it dead body, but instead rather a body without a master yet, or a body possessed by a soul. So is it possible for a dead body to come back to life? It is very possible, but let's not call it dead or death. Let's call it a body that the soul and mind just left, but we can pull it back. Let's not call it death. I hope you're capturing what I'm saying. So is it possible, for a soul to come back after leaving its old body and looking for a new body? Yes. The act of as a soul leaving its old body and entering into a new body, that's what we call reincarnation. So resurrection is simply pulling back the soul, as I said earlier, as I said in the beginning, simply pulling back the soul and mind towards the body, the same body. And the incarnation is simply putting back the soul and mind into a new body. That's what reincarnation is. Because every single day, there are new bodies that are formed, that are being created. It's just a matter for the soul to align itself and to possess the body while in his mother's womb. So reincarnation is actually very simple. Reincarnation is very simple. It's just a matter for the soul that has left its past body to enter and to wait and to align systematically with when a new body is formed. And as I told you earlier, new bodies are formed every day. People are planning to have kids every day. I'm telling you that for sure. Heaven is creating bodies every day. New bodies are formed. So reincarnation is very simple. It's just a matter of the soul aligning itself and to possess the body while the body is being formulated in the mother's womb. That's what reincarnation is. That's the simplest way to for me to explain this to you. So is it possible to reincarnate in another body? Yes, it is. What is the difference between reincarnation and resurrection? Reincarnation is a process of abandoning your past body and taking control of a new one, while resurrection is the process of leaving the body and coming back to the same body. You see, so resurrection, it shows you have power. Resurrection, it shows that you have power over death, but reincarnation, it shows that you can manipulate even death. I'm about to finish, guys. I've already finished. Actually, I'm finishing. Reincarnation, it shows that. Sorry, resurrection, it shows that you have power over death. But reincarnation, it shows that you can manipulate even death. Why am I saying that? Both resurrection and reincarnation shows the authority a person has over a spirit called death. Why? By law, by the spiritual law, by the spiritual law written by God Himself that needs to be followed. And there's a spirit to ensure that that law is followed. Is that a soul that has left the body shouldn't be able to come back to its body. And the same thing applies to reincarnation. Take an example. Reincarnation in the books, resurrection in the books, okay? In the books of death, it says the person was born in the 2nd of April, the 2000s, and he died on 2025 April 12th, okay? At a certain time. Then you show up later, after 2 days or 1 week, maybe alive. So obviously, you will be the enemies of the one who was given the authorities to control death, because you just moved against the law. So that was the example of resurrection. Let me show you the example of reincarnation. The person was born the 2000 of April 3rd, died on the 2025 April 12th. Then later, just see the same person born again, 2026 April 7th. What is happening? So that's why I said reincarnation is manipulating even death. It's simply manipulating system, because the same person ain't allowed to be born twice. No man under the sun is allowed to be born twice. You need to understand that very well. So guys, God bless you. God bless you. We shall meet some other time. For today, allow me to go and rest. Shalom.